Okay, we're ready to get started with our first team, University of Minnesota.
In the heartland of the Midwest lies Minnesota, a state filled with adventure, ever-changing seasons, and 10,000 lakes to explore. A place where Minnesotans are proud to call home. With 67 state parks to visit and 11 professional sports teams to cheer on, Minnesotans are never bored. So it really is no surprise that the local craft movement has dramatically taken off. Minnesotans enjoy purchasing local creations because they like to have the ability to trace a product back to its roots. Minnesota's Red River Valley is home to generations of hardworking sugar beet family farmers. Sugar beets are a taproot unknown by many, but are used in everything from animal feed to soda. Minnesota prides itself on being the nation's #1 producer of sugar beets. However, in recent years, there has been a downturn in the demand for sugar derived from sugar beets due to food companies eliminating sugar from their food products. This means farmers are getting creative in finding new outlets to sell their sugar beets. For Minnesota family farmers, this means distilling vodka from the sugary byproduct molasses. Introducing Heartbeat Vodka. Grown, distilled, and sold only in Minnesota, Heartbeat Vodka offers an innovative white spirit sipping experience. And with a direct route from countryside to bar shelf, Heartbeat Vodka shows clear ties back to its roots. Literally. So in order to bring this product to market, we, Gopher Marketing, are proud to present the marketing strategy for Heartbeat Vodka to you, the sugar beet producers of Clearwater Cooperative. The heart of the brand brings people together from field to first sip, and Heartbeat Vodka provides an opportunity for Minnesotans to get back to their homegrown roots. And now into Madison, who will analyze the market and introduce us to the target audience.
Each and every day, consumers are choosing to shop local, eat local, and now drink local to support the producers and distributors of smaller homegrown companies. The United States spirit industry is finally starting to take hold of that craft movement with an annual growth rate of 27%. In 2015, the craft spirit industry achieved $2.4 billion in sales. There is an opportunity for Heartbeat Vodka to capture market share in Minnesota's craft vodka market. Gopher Marketing surveyed over 400 consumers over the age of 21 that consumed alcohol, and 69% indicated that they purchased vodka. When asked if they would try a vodka distilled from sugar beets, 90% enthusiastically responded yes. In addition, Gopher Marketing initiated a taste test, and Heartbeat Vodka was rated best overall drinking experience against its top 5 competitors. The competitive landscape for craft vodkas in Minnesota consists of 5 premium-priced vodka brands. The oldest competitor entered the industry just 9 years ago, allowing Heartbeat Vodka a great opportunity to enter this market and thrive. There is one other vodka that is distilled from sugar beets and sold in Minnesota, Beet. However, Beet is an indirect competitor due to its significantly higher price. With access to homegrown ingredients and a booming craft market, Heartbeat Vodka will be an undeniable competitor within Minnesota's craft vodka market. Heartbeat Vodka's strengths are what give it that competitive edge. This vodka is gluten-free, distilled from sugar beets, competitively priced, and grown, distilled, and sold exclusively within Minnesota. Opportunities include a growing craft market, Sunday liquor store sales in Minnesota, and upward vodka consumption trends. While there are many great strengths to this new craft product, there are some potential drawbacks. Weaknesses include Clearwater Cooperative having little experience in the craft beverage market, limited brand awareness, and some consumer unfamiliarity with sugar beets. Threats in this market include consumer loyalties, poor placement on liquor store shelves, and a saturated market with established brands. Without a doubt, millennials are the top consumers of craft spirits. In fact, the Twin Cities is home to 1.26 million millennials. These savvy sippers live active, healthy lifestyles as they enjoy biking and visiting state parks, as well as going out for a cocktail with friends after work. Social media is at the heart of how these individuals receive information and stay connected. These Minnesota millennials enjoy exploring their state and seeking out new adventures. Meet Heartbeat Vodka's target audience, everyday experiencers. These men and women are between the ages of 21 and 34. They seek out local products because they are devoted to trying new creations made solely within Minnesota. They spend a portion of their disposable income on entertainment and dining out. Being savvy social media millennials, they proudly display their new adventures and their new local product finds for all their followers to see. And now we'll hear from Brooke as she tells us more about our business proposition.
The driving force behind bringing this product to market is to add value to farmers. As we've heard, sugar beet farmers are looking for new forms of revenue given the outlook on sugar demand. Heartbeat vodka that is distilled from the sugar beet byproduct molasses will provide a new source of income to Minnesota sugar beet farmers. Because Heartbeat vodka is grown, distilled, and sold only in Minnesota, there is a rich product story. Clearwater Cooperative has contracted with Minnesota farmers to grow the sugar beets. Farmers then deliver their beets to the cooperative to be processed. During processing, a byproduct, sugar beet molasses, is produced. This is where Heartbeat vodka will add value to farmers as it is distilled from the value-added byproduct, sugar beet molasses. Once the vodka is distilled and bottled, it is transported to the distributor. The distributor then delivers Heartbeat vodka to bars, restaurants, and liquor stores throughout Minnesota. Everyday experiencers are seeking locally grown and produced products. They are shifting their alcohol purchase preferences to the craft category in order to feel a greater connection to the brand. Given this current market landscape, the goal for Heartbeat Vodka is to enter the hearts of thousands of Minnesotans, establishing allegiance and becoming the leading craft spirit within the borders of 10,000 lakes. The current market landscape, or the strategy that guides all marketing initiatives, capitalizes on three market trends: local, craft, and transparent products. The strategy can be distilled down to one statement. Heartbeat Vodka meets the desires of everyday experiencers, creating connections to their roots by providing a premium, handcrafted spirit that is grown and distilled locally in Minnesota. There are 5 key planning assumptions that support this strategy. Most importantly, consumers will continue supporting and purchasing local craft spirits. Second, Clearwater Cooperative will have established relationships with sugar beet growers as well as the distiller and distributor. Next, the vodka market will continue to grow, reaching a revenue of $15.6 billion in 2020. In addition, Heartbeat Vodka will be distilled of a proprietary formula and consistent process. Lastly, vodka will continue to be the leading spirit within the spirit market. Based on our strategy, we've set 3 objectives. The first objective is to achieve 30% brand awareness amongst the target audience by the end of the first year. By the end of the second year, the objective is to obtain a 21% market share within the Minnesota craft vodka market. The third objective is to reach a net profit of $147,000 by the end of the third year. Next, we'll hear from Elise and Crystal, who will explain how we'll meet these objectives.
Heartbeat Vodka will bring a new, local flavor to the vodka industry. Since the product is distilled from Minnesota-grown sugar beets, it is gluten-free and contains only 3 ingredients: sugar beet molasses, yeast, and water. A commitment of being true to its roots is at the heart of everything Heartbeat Vodka does. This is communicated through product packaging in a clear 750 milliliter glass bottle. Transparency is shown through the bottle design, which lists all 3 ingredients and where the sugar beets are grown on the back label. And printed on the front label is the tagline, "We love our roots." Everyday experiencers will be able to purchase Heartbeat Vodka at a suggested retail price of $22.99. The product will also be available for wholesale purchase in a 6-bottle case at a price of $103.46, equaling a per bottle price of $17.24. These prices make Heartbeat Vodka extremely competitive in the craft vodka industry. Through Heartbeat Vodka's partnership with the Breakthrough Beverage Group, the product will be sold in both on-sale locations, such as bars and restaurants, and off-sale locations, including the craft section of liquor stores. In year 1, Heartbeat Vodka will be sold in 295 locations. In year 2, the product will be sold in 387 locations. And in year 3, Heartbeat Vodka will be sold in 500 locations. Heartbeat Vodka will utilize geo-targeted marketing to advertise to the 1.54 million millennials living within the borders of Minnesota. In year 1, marketing efforts will focus on everyday experiencers residing within the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. In years 2 and 3, marketing efforts will extend into greater Minnesota, where other large populations of everyday experiencers reside, including the cities of Duluth, Rochester, and Moorhead. And now, on to Crystal, who will continue the action plan with promotions.
In order to plant Heartbeat Vodka's roots deep with everyday experiencers, Heartbeat Vodka will remain true to 3 ideals. Heartbeat Vodka will be authentic, homegrown, and transparent. Because everyday experiencers value their adventures, Heartbeat Vodka will participate in activities that Minnesotans look forward to all year long. At Minnesota festivals, brand ambassadors will hand out cork coasters with handcrafted cocktail recipes. At Heartbeat Happy Hour, the brand will incentivize surrounding bars to offer Heartbeat Vodka specials at Minnesota-hosted events, including the 2019 NCAA Final Four, headliner concerts, and of course, the 2018 Super Bowl. In Minnesota, whether you have a ticket or not, the social scene will be complete with Heartbeat Vodka cocktails. Heartbeat Vodka will partner with both local food and drink influencers who have a large social media following. To celebrate the weekend, Heartbeat Vodka influencers will pour into the brunch scene, Instagramming savory drinks that pair perfectly with Eggs Benedict to sweeter drinks that complement strawberry French toast. Everyday experiencers will easily find Heartbeat Vodka online because of the use of search engine optimization and Google AdWords purchases. To complement the website, Heartbeat Vodka will also have active Instagram and Facebook accounts to engage everyday experiencers. These millennials frequently document their experiences, and Heartbeat Vodka will help these savvy sippers do even more. At every Heartbeat Vodka event, a corresponding geofilter will accompany the fun. In fact, those in attendance today can check out their Snapchat and test out our latest geofilter right now. The brand's take on traditional advertising is anything but traditional. Gopher Marketing and the state of Minnesota are celebrating a recent passing of a law that now allows Sunday liquor store sales. Starting in July, Heartbeat Vodka will rotate to a new location each Sunday, sampling the product in stores. As the everyday experiencer tries to beat the traffic, they will notice Heartbeat Vodka billboards placed alongside their daily commute. Minnesotans love their roots, and you will too. Heartbeat Vodka's video series, We Love Our Roots, will showcase the many adventures from field to first sip. Heartbeat Vodka also knows the value of a close-knit community. As an example of this, Heartbeat Vodka will sponsor a rest stop at Bike MS 150. During this weekend-long event, over 3,000 cyclists bike 150 miles through greater Minnesota, all raising money for multiple sclerosis research. These combined efforts will ensure that everyday experiencers will reach for Heartbeat Vodka every time. Now, a company with great promotions without the financials to back it up is like a cocktail without ice. Here's Joey with the financials.
Heartbeat Vodka will be sold to bars, restaurants, and retail locations through our distributor, the Breakthrough Beverage Group. We will sell a standard 6-count case of 750 milliliter bottles for a wholesale price of $103.46. This price will allow our retail locations to sell 1 bottle of Heartbeat Vodka for a suggested retail price of $22.99. And our bars and restaurants will be able to sell one of Heartbeat Vodka's signature cocktails for a suggested retail price of $7.50. As Heartbeat Vodka expands on brand development and market share, through our 3-year time frame, an investment of $500,000 will be made in the area of marketing. Expanding promotions at Minnesota events and using advertising, Heartbeat Vodka will demonstrate its competitive edge when reaching everyday experiencers. Heartbeat Vodka is one of the few competitors in Minnesota's craft vodka market. Thanks to our low price and unique attributes, Heartbeat Vodka will be able to hit a sales goal of 16% in year 1 and hit our sales goal of $630,000. This will result in a loss of $27,000 in year 1, but will quickly be regained in the next 2 years. As our brand continues to grow, Heartbeat Vodka will be able to hit sales of $870,000 and $1.2 million in years 2 and 3, respectively. These sales will generate a profit of $50,000 in year 2 and a profit of $148,000 in year 3. Now Rachel will take us through our monitoring and measuring strategies and contingency plan.
The areas of measurement that will be used to monitor and guarantee the success of Heartbeat Vodka include 3 different fields: brand awareness, market share, and profitability. Diving deeper into the heart of each field, brand awareness will play a vital role in the success of Heartbeat Vodka. Data obtained via social media tracking and consumer surveys will be used to monitor brand awareness. In order for the product to thrive in the craft vodka market of Minnesota, it is integral that our everyday experiencers recognize the brand when purchasing their vodka in stores or at a bar. If brand awareness reaches 30% in year 1, marketing tactics will be blown up on a larger scale. In the instance that brand awareness objectives are not being met, the promotional team will work to restructure the current promotional platform. Entering the craft vodka market while it is still developing, Heartbeat Vodka has the ability to thrive. Market share will be monitored by evaluating monthly financial statements, and industry trends will be closely observed. If market share reaches 21% in year 2, product extension options will be explored, such as flavored Heartbeat Vodka. On the other hand, if market share objectives are not being met, marketing dollars will be reallocated. These dollars will be used to establish coupon distribution, and additional opportunities for product sampling will be cultivated. Heartbeat Vodka is entering the craft vodka market at a competitive price. In order to monitor the product's profitability, key financials will be viewed, and monthly volume sales reports will be used to analyze sales and growth. If the product reaches a net profit of $147,000 by the end of year 3, routes will be expanded as distribution may grow to the greater Midwest and also allow already targeted areas to grow. If objectives are not being met, sales techniques will be reevaluated to more closely reflect the demand for the product, and distribution strategies will be adjusted. This contingency plan and the monitoring and measuring tactics previously stated will ensure that the objectives of Heartbeat Vodka will be achieved. And now I would like to welcome back Annie to wrap things up for us.
Minnesota, a state filled with adventure, ever-changing seasons, 10,000 lakes to explore, And now, the home of Heartbeat Vodka. As everyday experiencers are seeking a more local sipping experience, and Minnesota family farmers are looking to add value to their sugar beets, Gopher Marketing will strategically position Heartbeat Vodka within the ever-expanding craft movement. Through a select variety of marketing tactics and promotional efforts, Heartbeat Vodka will emerge as the state's most sought-after vodka for thousands of everyday experiencers. Heartbeat Vodka will bring residents back to their Minnesota roots. Thank you so much for your time today, and we will now entertain any questions.
I'll start. Am I on?
Go ahead.
Yep. Am I on? Can you hear me? Yeah, we'll hear you. Your first strength was gluten-free, and you mentioned it one other time, but it doesn't appear in your marketing plan at all. I'm wondering, is that truly a strength? How do you know that? And how will you use that in your program?
This is, we identified this as a strength for our product due to being distilled from sugar beets. Sugar beets are a gluten-free product, while other vodkas are distilled through grains like corn and wheat, which is having a gluten aspect to those. So with it on our label for our vodka bottle, people that know what is in gluten or what have a gluten intolerance will know that with our ingredients listed on the label that it is a gluten-free product, and we felt that was as much as we needed to display that strength of being gluten-free.
So I appreciate the fact that you clearly identified your target area as Minnesota, and you've got a nice persona of this area, everyday experiencer. But all of the data that you kind of cited, talking about the market, was all national data. Do you have anything that sort of helps you to understand the fact that what's happening on a national level with vodka and with millennials is absolutely happening in Minneapolis as well?
Yes, I would gladly like to answer that. So in Minnesota, the craft brewery market has really taken off. So by looking at particular brands, we've been able to analyze the market using those national trends and applying it to Minnesota. We are also sought out the Craft Association and using their faxes as well, and looking at the number of millennials that are living in Minnesota. Forbes naming Minnesota one of the best places for millennials to live. Those trends are very much applicable.
Do you see that, just a quick follow-up, do you see that the trends that are happening in craft brewing absolutely following into craft spirits, or are they two different markets?
Yeah, so the experts, us trying to be experts in this area, have thought that the spirit industry will follow the craft brewery and that the growth rate could actually exceed what happened in the beer industry.
And adding on to that, I would like to thank Brooke for that answer. And we realize that millennials are the driving factor to this craft movement. And with millennials being the top consumers of craft spirits and white spirits like vodka, we know that this trend will continue, especially in places like the Twin Cities, Rochester, Duluth, where there's many millennials just like ourselves.
Sort of a follow-up to that. Your action plan has a lot of focusing on restaurants as well as liquor store sales. What have you seen in terms of trends of where are the millennials going to? Are they going to go to the liquor store and then party at home? Are they more inclined to go out? Because you kind of have a lot of things going on from a touch point with your target audience. Where do you think that might go, one versus the other?
So through some of the secondary research we've done, we've seen that about 2/3 of our sales are actually going to come from the liquor store areas, but we've also seen that about 69% of millennials will be going out on a weekly basis, so they'll be at a bar or restaurant at least once a week. So that's kind of why we tried to get out in the bars and get our name out there at the bars, but we want to be available in liquor stores so that when they are looking for our name, they can find us there too.
And to add to what Joey has said, being that we are in this niche market and we are familiar with Minnesota, the restaurant and food industry really likes to tell the story of products. So these bars and restaurants call out the brands on their menus as millennials are making their purchases. So with that brand identity, that'll carry over to sales in liquor stores.
So with that in mind, what are you doing to get in the consideration set of the stores and liquor stores? The liquor stores and the bars, sorry. Your promotions are all very focused on your millennial customers, but if this craft market is growing at the rate, you're not the only one that's trying to get the liquor store and the bar's attention.
Right, so we're going to use a combination of both social media and traditional media. So an example of this to get into the liquor stores is going to be using aisle invaders. So this form of traditional media will draw the attention to the product and then also allow the distributor, Breakthrough Beverage, to also have some promotional selling activity or selling material so that they can pitch that to the liquor stores too.
And to add on to what Crystal said, something that is really common in Minnesota liquor stores is a craft section. And so featured in that section of the store is local products. And so that is where our product would be featured and somewhere where our everyday experiencers could see it no matter what liquor store they're in.
Okay, in follow-up to that, because I don't think liquor stores have got blank spaces on their shelves just waiting for you to call them, how will you get the product on the actual shelf? Not sell it once you get in, but what is your plan to actually get it on the shelf or get it behind the bar?
So to answer your question about that, we are going to promote, and our brand story is what's going to be our driving factor. So focusing on the fact that we are a craft spirit that focuses on the farm to first sip, from the producer and these farmers, and highlighting them to showcasing our new craft product. That's going to be our brand story. So highlighting that this new craft product is unlike anything else, in the fact that we have deep roots tied back to where this product is coming from.
We also had the opportunity to speak with the distributor directly, and they said that these liquor stores and the bars and restaurants that they're working with are asking for more craft spirits because they are seeing customers, frequent that area in the liquor store, and they want to have more options for them.
So I have a question regarding, first of all, I like the heartbeat names. I compliment you guys on that. I have a question though. One of the things I saw in the brand promise was a premium product. If I got that correct, it's a premium product. But whenever you showed us your cost point, you're actually, your price point is not the highest in the market, which is what we normally associate with premium. How are you going to deliver on that brand promise if you're actually one of the cheaper products in the market?
So for alcohol, there's kind of a couple different ranks. We're a premium product, and Beat would be a super premium. It's kind of based on price. So we're saying we're a premium product. We're not super premium, but we still have kind of that competitive edge.
So it's just price point that determines premium.
Yep.
Well, an interesting characteristic of millennials is they really seek out those quality products, but they're not always willing to pay that super high price. So through both primary and secondary research that we conducted, it showed that that price point of $22.99 was best. 42% of people in our survey said that they would pay up to $24.99 for a bottle of vodka.
How does that price compare to the, I buy a lot of vodka, so I know the prices of vodkas in general, but how does that compare to the sort of the ones that you consider to be crafts and local crafts in the marketplace?
Yeah, they're all around that price point. Prairie Organic is able to sell their vodka a little less than that because they're owned by Phillips Company, the bigger vodka brand, so they're able to still sell a premium product at a lower price. But the other vodkas that are distilled locally in Minnesota from sourced grain in Minnesota are right around the $21.99 to $24.99 price point.
So if you had 21% market share in year 2, year 3, who's that share going to come from? Is it going to come from the other vodkas? Is it going to come from people who are moving into vodka? Is it coming from the Grey Goose people who are coming down to? I mean, where is that coming from?
So part of it, this is just such a largely growing market. We feel that we'll be able to take over some of that new growth and be able to take some of the market share away from some of these other companies that are currently in the market right now.
If you had to pick one, though, where would that go? Where is that going to come from?
Prairie Organic specifically because they are the largest shareholder within the market. And then we can be really competitive with those other vodka brands because they don't have the marketing dollars that we have to invest into promotions. So we're going to really go after those millennials. And when they think Minnesota craft vodka, Heartbeat Vodka is going to be the first thing that comes to mind.
You made a good case for your target audience wanting to buy local food and find out where their food comes from, and you have a strong connection with the growers in this case. They're a cooperative, yet you aren't talking about them as people. You're just talking about them as a group. Are we missing an opportunity to actually talk about the growers?
I would say it. So through our video series, We Love Our Roots, we're really going to feature the farmers. They are an integral part of who Heartbeat Vodka is. Heartbeat is going to remain true to its 3 ideals, which are being authentic, homegrown, and transparent. This means we're going to show the sugar beet growers and really demonstrate their commitment to both Heartbeat Vodka and Minnesota.
Rescue.